Hello, my name is Andrew Pope.
And I'm Dennis Shrestha.
And we are Team Hylotech. So for the fourth quarter entry to the Digi Green Design Competition, we tried to think of something a little different than what we did in the past. We tried to come up with another good idea. And one thing that we thought about was trying to make a solution for college campuses. So we looked at college campuses, and one thing that we realized is that they really spend a lot of money on paper, and they use a lot of paper. So what we really wanted to focus on specifically was the classroom where they use paper for testing. And in some of the classrooms there's like 100 students in the class, and they administer tests on paper, and it's all just multiple choice. So that could be made electronic, and what we actually wanted to do was use a LCD display that has touch and then administer it that way. So now we'll kind of go through.
So yeah, talking about LCD display, so we want to have each student to have an LCD display. So we decided to use Digi's ConnectPort 9360 as an end node and have an LCD touch attached to it. And the way it works is you have a gateway. Each classroom has a gateway, and students are connected to the gateway via Zigbee network. And the student itself is attached connected to a 9P9360. And the gateway is connected to the iDigi, and we have our Hylotech cloud managing all the tests and all. It has a database of tests, and it gives commands to the gateway to start a test, stop a test. And you could use your cell phone or web client to like start, stop, control the test.
Yeah. So basically a teacher will create the test over here on their laptop, and then they can start the test for all the students in the classroom.
Yeah.
And then that'll be sent through the iDigi platform to the X4, and then from the X4 through Zigbee to the 9P9360.
Yeah, and when you start the test, a teacher can do a discover to see how many students are in the classroom connected to the gateway. So you do a discover, and it's going to discover all the nodes, all the students, and then once the teacher has a list of all the students in the class, the teacher can hit the start button, and then it will start the test.
Alright, cool. So let's look at the teacher. So here's basically a student setup, the 9P9360 with the touch display, and then the Zigbee connected to it. And it's running right there.
And here's our website where you create test. Login.jsp. Alright, let's log in. So let's say I'm a teacher. Let's log in as a teacher. This is the page that comes up. Let's go to test. So let's say I want to add a new test. So I want to say midterm 2010. And this is a classroom. You can select like which classroom do you want the test to be on. So 206. The reason to do this is you want to know which gateway to connect students to. So I created a new test right here, midterm 2010. Let's double click on it. Now I can add questions. So let's add few questions. Let's say what is 5 times 2? And this is a multiple choice question. Hit submit. Let's add a new one. Which is a palindrome? Hit submit. Let's add another one. What is the width of the earth? Submit. Let's add one last one. Who invented the AC motor? Submit. Now I have all these 4 questions. I can specify answers for them. So let's double click on the first one. 5 times 2, let's say 4, which is not a correct answer. Let's add one more. Let's do 3 more, I guess. 10, which is a correct answer. You say correct, yes. Submit. Let's add 3. No. 7. No. Submit. So I have all these answers for that question. Let's do the same thing for other questions. Palindrome, heaven. Not correct. Mom, that's correct. Let's see, earth, no. Sky, it's not correct. So you got all answers for second one. Let's do the same for third one. 3,500 kilometer, not correct. 500 kilometer. I'll add, let's say 10,000, and let's add the correct answer now. 128,000 kilometer. That is the correct answer. So we're in midterm, so let's add answers for this one. Abraham Lincoln, he didn't invent AC motor. Nikola Tesla, yes, he did. Let's add Benjamin Franklin. No. So the last answer for this one, Thomas Edison, Edison. Alright, not correct. So now we have all these answers for all these questions. So we had 4 questions and we put like 4 answers for each, and you specify which one is the correct answer. So now let's say now the students are in the class. I want to start the test. So you could like log off, and whenever you log back in, you come to this test page. So let's say if there are students in the class, now I want to start the exam. So student has their EndNote fired up. You go to test starter. Now this is where you do a discover. It basically says, it finds all the students. So when I hit that button, so it might take a while, it sends a broadcast and gets a list of all students who are connected to the gateway. So yeah, there is like 2 students joined, Andrew and Dan.
Let's show that it hasn't started yet.
Yep. Now I can hit the start button to start it.
So this is the right here. So then you can hit the start button.
Alright, let's hit it.
So then that's basically sending all the information through the Hylotech cloud to the iDigi platform, and then through to the X4, and then that's sent through Zigbee to the 9P9360. So then basically, as we can see here right now, we have the first question, what is 5 times 2? So then I can basically go in and hit 10 as the next, and then go next. That's the correct one. So what is a palindrome? For this one, I'm just going to pick the wrong answer, heaven, and then go next. What is the width of the Earth? Let's see, 12,800. That one. Next. So who invented the AC motor? Nikola Tesla. Next. So then, as you can see, it basically automatically calculated the score, and we got 75% since we got 3 out of 4 correct. Okay. So then, yeah, now we can go back and
now this data is being stored in our Hylotech cloud. So I can just go log in as a teacher, go to grades. I select which grade. So let's see, midterm. I want grade for midterm 2010. So it will give me a list of students and the grade in percentage.
So basically, so basically the 9P9360 knew all the correct answers, and then that's why it can tell what the correct score was. And all the questions on the 9P9360 are all dynamically generated, so all the widgets on there are all dynamically generated based on what is given to it. And then that is all been then sent back to the Hylotech cloud, and then that's how you can see what the score is for the teacher and everything like that.
And for future, you can always have it interface to, let's say, like D2L or some classroom technologies like Blackboard, where you create questions in Blackboard, because like most of the teachers are familiar with the interfaces. Yeah. So we can have our website just interface with Blackboard or D2L and get all the questions from it, and then put it in our database and start the test.
And since this uses WX widgets, it makes it really easy to make really advanced layouts so that you can do really nice tests, and it makes it really easy to basically do the entire test in an electronic way.
Yep. And if you have things like graphs or some sort of pictorial data you want to represent in your questions, you could easily do it.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. Is there anything else?
I guess that should be all.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right.
All right, thanks.
Cool. Thank you.